I grew up listening to Tommy. I mean, he obviously spoke the game to the fans, but I never knew until, like, remember they used to do those classic all-star games with the classic players. I think somebody blew out their knee and they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Remember, Bob? And
yeah, absolutely.
they were great. That was my favorite part of All-Star Weekend, like Redwood coach, you know. So Tommy does this hook shot from like the corner 3, and I'm like, I thought only Kareem shot hook shots. And then, you know, the broadcasters, I think it was Rick Barry or somebody, said, you know, he invented the hook shot was Tommy Heinsohn, and talk to that a little bit.
Well, he perfected it. He didn't invent it, but he perfected it. And the difference was he was a college center at Holy Cross. He was 6'7". He was a classic 50s oriented college center, which means hook shot was part of the deal. I mean, if you couldn't be a center in the 50s and the 60s if you didn't have a hook shot. That was part of the deal. And then, but when he got to the NBA, he's now a forward, and he's not posting up that much. And they got a center. His name was Russell. And so Tommy Dunn expanded to the running hook and his patented shot. And if they ever do the statue, I hope to God that someday they do out at the Garden, it's got to be the running hook. And he, from the corner, I mean, no one does that today. That's preposterous. You
like
get benched,
far
right?
out.
But that was his go-to shot, was a running hook from the corner.
Then I remember years later, they're closing the Garden, and he faked the hook when remember you guys did the pass of the ball, and Tommy faked a hook. Passed it off to the next legend, and people forget what a great player he was. And
you know what? That was a very unique moment in Celtic history.
Oh, as a fan, it was too. Talk about it, yeah.
That particular line of people who were out there. And what I remember so well was the fact how Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen were all teasing me, saying, "What the hell you doing out there in the middle of those guys?" All those great players. And it was just funny because it was like Kuz had it, and then it went around and it got to Tommy. He faked the hook, and then went to JoJo. JoJo passed it to me, and it then finally got to Larry at the end, where Larry put the basket. He put it in the hoop, and it was just it was a surreal thing to be out there with so many great players in that situation, that it was mind blowing.
That was fun. You know, Max, we've all seen this over the years. Tommy demonstrating that hook with his sport coat and dress shoes before a game, for whatever reason, for fun. I mean, it was so much a part of his identity was the hook. And he did a book with Leonard Lewin of the New York Post at one point. You know what the title of the book was? Give him the hook. Wow. It's right on the bookshelf behind me. I should have held it up. But give him the hook. He just identified so much as a player with that hook shot.